Can you imagine God telling Abraham that I'm entering into a covenant with you, not only with Abraham, but with his descendants, when God knew clearly that his descendants were going to mess up? Hey friends, Dorinda here. We ended our series on false prophecy, and I believe it was a blessing to you. Again, we've also covered quite a number of series, and I will encourage you to check it out on our YouTube page. So by God's grace, we've done something on trauma, sexual misconduct, and what we just ended, false prophecy. And we've titled all sequentially to make following easy for you. So hey, check it out, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share. God bless you as you do that. We are starting a new series, very fresh from the oven. Can you guess? All right, drum roll. What is it? Let me not keep you waiting. So our new and fresh series is Covenant. So over the next sessions, we are going to delve deeper and you get to know exactly what it means so that you are circumspect in whatever you do. Okay, that said, let's jump right in. Covenant is a binding agreement between two people, either consciously or unconsciously. It could also be a trading floor where exchange takes place between two people or two people or more. Covenants are not free. There's always a sacrifice. You have to let go of something in order to get something. And that becomes what is called the sign or the referral point. A classical example of covenant in the Bible is Genesis 17. Check it out. It's a fantastic story where God told Abraham that, as for me, I'm entering into a covenant with you, an everlasting covenant, where I'll be your God and the God of the descendants after you. And what was Abraham's part of the covenant? Circumcision. And covenants are usually for the benefit of both parties. Let me clarify this. When you are entering into a covenant with God, you are certainly sure that you are saved. But when you go into covenant with the devil, just know that whatever benefits that the devil claims he's giving you, know that he's giving you one through the front door, but he will take zillions from you through the back door. So please be mindful. Okay, that is why it's important that we commit our lives to Jesus. He's the only person that when we enter into a covenant with, we are saved. Because you see, God is faithful. Can you imagine God telling Abraham that I'm entering into a covenant with you, not only with Abraham, but with his descendants? When God knew clearly that his descendants were going to mess up, he knew it. But you see, that shows us the love of God, the love of God that is unexplainable. And covenants usually have a name. So there is what is called the Abrahamic covenant, the Davidic covenant, even the Genesis 17. NIV version names that covenant as the covenant of circumcision. Okay, and covenants are their legal grounds. It gives both parties a certain legality to lay claims. And covenant is the trading floor. So a trading floor basically means that a place where exchange takes place. Okay, I'm giving you this in exchange for that. Covenants also mark seasons, the beginning of something and the end of something. It can be entered into on your behalf because the covenant that God had with Abraham, he said, between you and your generation. So generations and descendants unborn. If you want to go into a certain covenant, especially if that covenant is not a godly one, sit down and think about the cost and know that whatever covenant you are entering into, it is not only between you and that deity. Know that they will come after your children and descendants after you. So like Jesus said, before you do anything, sit down critically and count the cost. All right, we're going to draw the curtain on today's session. I promise you by God's grace that this series is going to be mind-blowing because we are going to see and learn a lot of things. I am excited because I know that, listen, there are a lot of juices that we are going to unpack that will be a blessing to us. So stick and stay to this channel until I come your way again. Always know that Jesus loves you and he has good plans for your life. Please take care of yourself and know that you are special. Bye.